lanes that they want to go. You're aware of that, so you can just spam out those angles, and even if you either dismount them or you force them to go a long way around. But you shoot.
I probably took Jaimeras' advice too seriously. Don't ever do damage or go for kills. Oh, fun fact! One of the AOC members made a video on how to like support, and one of the things was don't ever do damage or go for kills.
Not how to support.
Not how to support.
How to heal.
How to heal. Yeah, there you go.
Apparently, AOC did not like that video.
No?
They got offended.
By what? Like the how to heal?
No, your AOC video.
Oh, good.
They didn't even like, which to be fair.
Oh, I was mean. Yeah.
You weren't even mean. You were just fair.
I mean, could I have phrased it nicer? Yeah, of course, but like.
I mean, probably, but like you.
That's boring to watch.
You made fair points.
Yeah.
They apparently that community and that group of like players, their thought is that PPC is this very toxic, very elitist group of players, and they think that every other opinion is invalid. And there's some members of AOC that are definitely like making it difficult to push ideas from the upper level players purely because they dislike that perception of PPC that they have.
Wait, hold up. We got a big boy raid from Dog That Beast. Hello, dog.
Hey,
welcome.
Dog That Beast.
We're doing VODs and discussing AOC. Welcome, everybody.
No, but so there's definitely like that group of the community that AOC dislikes the PPC.
Yeah.
The AOC and the communities that they surround themselves with. And like those groups of people. There are members of the AOC and members of those groups that think the PPC is elitist and think that only their opinion should matter, and they're this like toxic cesspool of people. And because of that, they make it difficult. Like they are going to push back against any feedback that comes to AOC that is from PPC and from the competitive and high level community, because they dislike that community. But they're pretty like hyper focused on like toxicity of higher players, and don't think like, oh, because it's a small percentage, they shouldn't matter because they're only like they're a small amount of the player base and they're toxic and they're assholes anyway, so why listen to them and why have input?
Okay, I want to say 3 things to that, right? I want to give 3 responses to that argument. So the first one, there's no way PPC is like that. I'm sure Penguin maybe is like that.
I mean, for better or worse, he has become the poster boy.
Yeah, he kind of has. But I'd love for them to talk to, like, you know, Team Greg, the Christmas special, or like anyone else, right? So I dispute the idea that PPC is elitist.
Well, so they don't interact with the community, though. They don't interact with the competitive community. They have what they see from the outside, which is mainly Penguin.
Yeah,
like, to be totally honest.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. But like, okay, first of all, that's very surface.
Penguin, fair enough.
Fair enough. But it isn't like that. It isn't like that. Especially like the rest of the comp scene. Like, yeah, obviously there's like, yeah, I mean, sure, but and the second thing I'm gonna say, we are better. And that kind of defeats the second point. But first of all, I don't think there's someone in AOC's got GM. So I would love for, like, are they bad at the game? No, not necessarily. But I don't think it's a the way I said that was a meme. But I don't think it's a hot take.
are the people who scrim the game and spend hours in the shooting range and in maps testing shit and finding angles and testing interactions.
Yeah.
They understand the game at an innate level. They understand the game. I'm not being elitist, I'm being realistic. They understand the game better than you.
I don't think it's a hot take to say pro players are better at the game than people who define themselves as casual players. I don't think that's a hot take. That shouldn't be a hot take. All right?
It's also, like, you made this point in your video. There is a very, very big difference between knowing something is strong and understanding why it is strong and what makes it strong.
Yes.
And knowing what interactions would come out of that being strong and what interactions would come out of changing different pieces of it.
Yes.
And that is something that the competitive community understands and
that's Theorycrafting. The competitive scene does this every single patch. Every single patch. Every time something's changed, the competitive community is right there Theorycrafting and like trying to figure out how things are right. So eventually people get damn good at it, right? Like if you say, okay, we're gonna...
If you've done this for like 20 patches in a row...
Right, you get good at it. Like if you say, okay... Yeah, like, okay, let's say, okay, Guillotine gets like completely shut down. It goes to 100%. Okay, what does that mean? What does that mean for Guillotine, right? Who's gonna have a better take on it, right? Someone who's played for Xin for like a long time, or someone who's like played Xin for a long time and like has played through multiple versions of Xin and tested out theories and tested build and scrimmed with Xin and VODed Xin
and scrimmed against Xin
and played against Xin and played against very good Xin and like all that, right? So like, yes, they don't understand the game poorly. It's just it's on another level, right? What if Guillotine went to 100%? Realistically, it's not that big of a nerf.
You never pick. You never pick. I don't think.
Ooh, okay. Well, I was gonna say the other.
Because that means any healing.
Any healing nerfs it. But I also think that like nothing's actually. I just think it would need more teamwork. I know we're kind of contradicting ourselves here. But it's worth pointing out that neither of us are DPS players.
I think the pro community is elitist.
Yeah, we're like directly contradicting each other. But like, because I mean, realistically, like you can put effort into like Xenalt, like because right now it's a free button. I think that nerfing it to like 100% would be like doable, but maybe not in ranked. It wouldn't be insane. But then it's like, okay, well,
100% would be bad. Yeah, it would mean Haven count. Yeah, good point.
Oh, Haven, actually. I didn't think of Haven, actually. Okay, yeah, that might be.
You would need follow-up, is the thing. And also
that's the
healing will counter.
But it's like, okay, so now... Okay, but now it's like, okay, cool. But that's the stuff the comp scene does. Is like, well, what about this? And then everyone talks back and forth, and then everyone gets like a better understanding of the game. People do this all the time. When, like, so, yeah, people are going to be better at this.
Bond, he spent a weekend. He went into I don't remember who to do it with. He just played Ruckus in a 1v1 custom game, aerial assault, finding spots, and finding ult spots, and finding dash distance, and then changing up the version of dash, like the amount of dash distance, and spent like 2 straight days just learning dashes and learning what level hard to run. And learning like how to do all these ruckus dashes, and where you can stand and where you will slide off, and where you can pop ults from. Like,
yeah. So
that's a level that means, like, if you do that kind of thing, and if you share that with the community around you, like, you understand the game better than most people.
Yeah. It's also worth pointing out that a lot of PPC players like played with, scrimmed against, VODed with PPL players, and those players did it for a job. So again, basically to sum this all up,
I'm not saying these is the literally only these people should have an input. I understand the casual community is 1, bigger, and 2, has different things that are strong. They're strong because people aren't people have poor positioning and people
make mistakes.
Game sense. Yeah. People make mistakes.
It's different mistakes that are getting punished
true
in scrims.
But because those mistakes are happening, different things are going to be strong because they can either pocket you out of those mistakes really easily, or they punish those mistakes really easily. Those are going to be strong. But there's people that understand the game from a micro level, and they don't have any input.
Right.
That is why comp is so frustrated with AOC for so long, because they have not had any input. And that is why there's that like sort of animosity towards AOC with the comp scene. But there's also people in the comp scene who are trying to make an effort to communicate with AOC and say, hey,
it's me.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, like, hey,
I wouldn't make a whole ass video that took me multiple hours to write the script for and record if I didn't give a shit. Hi.
Yeah, it's not us shitting on you. Like, I'm speaking directly to the AOC here. This is not us shitting on you. This is not us saying you are bad. Here's all the reasons why you are bad.
Most of them are masters.
Hey, you have a job to do. You have been elected to this position. We are a part of the community. We are a resource that you have. The competitive community is a great resource because of what, like, the amount of time and effort that we put in the game to the level that we understand the game. We're a great resource, and we like, hey, use us.
Yeah.
Like ask us about things. We have feedback. We have opinions. Like, it's.
Okay, so basically, I want to sum this up because I want to move on to the third and final point, which is I think is the most important. So again, not a hot take to say that pro players are very good at the game, right? Are better than everyone else, realistically. Yeah. That's not a hot take.
They are the best. They are the best players.
They are
the
the best. It's been
that is how that
proven.
works.
So the third point, and I think the most important point in all this, is let's say that PPC, everyone in PPC, as soon as you enter PPC, you sign the contract with Hi-Rez, you send off the PDF, right? You sign the contract, and you automatically just become like a shit person, and you become egotistical, and you're just the worst, and like, but does that matter? If the comp scene gives feedback, it doesn't matter if they're egotistical and like gatekeepy or whatever, because I haven't seen anyone on AOC friggin' defend what they like think decently.
They have an argument for their proposals,
right? And it's like, I just don't see them like, yeah, the pro scene and the comp scene and like all that stuff want certain things, and turning them down because their PPC is like dumb. Like, if the feedback they're giving was bad, like, you shouldn't care about who's giving this feedback realistically. Yeah, you should know that it's coming from one of the best players, and like one of the, some people are very, very good at the game, but that shouldn't matter that much, because it's gonna be good feedback. It's gonna be well thought out. It's gonna make sense. It's gonna be good for the game.
It will have reasoning behind it, and it will be explained well because we understand why things are strong and why things are weak and what can be done to make them strong or weak.
And if you disagree, then people are willing to like talk and explain and have discussions about it. Because like, people have literally offered to work like with Hi-Rez for free on stuff. Like, people are willing to spend time on this game. So
this never happened, so I can say it.
Right.
There are a group of PPC players. This was around like phase 1. This was back when there was a really bad problem with aimbotting and NA ranked.
Yes.
There was a group of pro players, myself included, who put together. I literally put together like a 3-page proposal and presented it to Hi-Rez, saying, "Hey, we will make a private Discord server. We will, whenever we get a report of someone cheating in game, we will get match IDs. We will have like 8 people on this group. We will get we'll get a match ID. We will all unanimously agree this person is cheating. If we all if we don't unanimously agree, if one person is like, I don't really think so, I think they're just good, or I think they just have really good game sense, or whatever, if it's like something that's close, not really blatant, then we won't. We'll let CS handle it. If all of these pro players and like all of these like people that play the game for years and scrim, if they all unanimously agree this person is cheating, that match ID and that player ID gets immediately forwarded to CS for a ban." We said that we would literally do CS's job for free because we wanted to be able to play the video game and enjoy it, and that got shot down. Like,
I remember
like we had people who were like literally ready to get together and like watch these games for
free. Yeah.
So we could play the game and enjoy it, and not have these people like stream sniping us and aimbotting and just ruining the game. We said that we would work for free to fix that, and they said no.
Yep. So it sucks. It's very rough.
Like we want to work with you. We have this experience, and we're not being elitist about it. We want to share the experience. Like, it's better for everyone if everyone gets better at the game. Like, you don't understand. We want good ranked games. If everyone in the game is good, we get better games. We have more fun playing the game. If everyone is good at the game, like, that's what we want. We're not like hiding these like meta secrets. We're not saying Burn Monster is bad to like keep people down. Like we're there's not like some secret shadow council of pro players that are like toxic and hiding the truth from everyone and just shit talking everyone. We want people to improve, and we want the game to be better. Use us because we're passionate about it and we want to do things.
Yep. Also, I want to point out in chat, someone said, or Tix said, but most pro players understand the game better than devs. I would up that to all pro players, frankly.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I think if you, because realistically, like there are a lot of good players who understand the game really well. Apache, CO, who like haven't made, like who didn't make PPC, and they're like really good players.
Yeah,
like I'd say like those two. Yeah, I don't know. They just come off the top of my head because I know them. Who understand the game better than devs.
And like, I don't know, man, because like we have. I don't want. There's people that have played this game for years and have scrimmed this game for years, who can do nothing with that and who want to do stuff with that, and they want to help the game. They want to make it a better product, and they're being denied that. And they like, even just with AOC, they want to provide feedback to the AOC members, but because they are associated with the pro scene, the competitive scene, and the AOC and that community has this association of, well, the pro scene is elitist and toxic, then that's it. Like, it's just automatically bad feedback. Because, and this is an issue for the competitive community, but that's a minority of the game. I've been told that before. I've been told, I understand this is a competitive thing. This is a problem in competitive play. But competitive is the minority. I've also been told, I understand this is this is bad in competitive play, and this makes a character bad in competitive play, and this means that they can't be played optimally in competitive play. But
don't want to get James scared.
In like Gold Elos, it's got like a 50% win rate, so it's fine. I don't know. It's annoying.
Yeah. I don't know. Like if somebody I'd literally do like freaking anything that like AOC asked for. AOC was like, "Hey, I want to know this, or I want to know why this is strong, or I want to know your thoughts on this, or here's a change I suggested. What are your thoughts on it? How would this affect like ranked, or how would this affect the game?" Man, I would do that in an instant. I would go so in, like, I swear to, I'd love to do that. Dude,
and the thing is,
I don't grind
we
this
know how it would.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, or at the very least, we'd have, like, very good ideas. And you don't even have to go to one person. You can go to multiple people. Like, you could literally find, like, there are teams. There are entire teams. So you can find multiple of each role. You could talk to coaches. You could talk to every role. You could talk to people who've played the game for a little. You could talk to the community as well. You like the casual community. You could talk to literally everybody. You get all this feedback. And like, I'd love to do this. I didn't play this game for 4 years, played for 5,000 hours for like 3 years competitively, 4 hours a night, 6 days a week for nothing.
Like, if you're gonna kill the comp scene, cool.
Well, I mean, but
okay, not cool. You've decided to kill the comp scene. That is not a decision that you're gonna be going back on anytime soon. Sick, got it. You are lucky enough to still have people that are passionate about your game and who still want to play your fucking game and still like have this innate like amazing understanding of this game that they have like grinded for. Use them.
Yeah.
Don't just let them like. I mean, you like honestly, use it or lose it.
Yeah, no, like realistically, if there wasn't like whole COVID thing going on right now, I'd probably be like out with people right now. I don't think I'd be streaming. So it's like,
I mean, if there wasn't a COVID thing, we also have a pro scene.
Okay, true, but like the point is, right? Is like they've already lost a whole bunch of people, and they're probably gonna lose more. And like, I don't know. It's also worth. Also, this might be a bit. I don't know if it's selfish, but if you look at like who's streaming and who streams, most of them are high level ranked. So keeping most of your top level streamers.
Keep content creators.
Keep them content creators happy about the game.
You were gonna lose,
probably a sound investment.
Because competitive community, yeah, that's pretty small. The portion of your audience that watches your competitive community, that's significant.
Even outside of like PPC and like official games, right? Is like the people who watch like streamers and stuff, and like I will go on my stream and I will shit talk Evil Mojo and AOC. Because they don't do enough. Because they don't do good things. And I will stand by that. If if Evil Mojo and AOC started doing good things, I would say it like it is. I will tell you my opinion about it right now, and I think Evil Mojo and AOC are doing a shit job. Like the balance of the game is shit. What the hell is this character? Look what's on my screen right now. Look at this. What's that? So like,
but like, say you lose every competitive player, you lose right now. You're gonna lose Mutu. You're gonna lose Umbi. You're gonna lose Mittal. You're gonna lose Fish and Penguin and Jab. You're gonna lose Frog. You're gonna lose Z1.
Pyler.
You're gonna lose Pyler. I don't know a lot of the Spanish-speaking streamers, so apologies for them. You're gonna lose Bones and Rock. Yep.
Bones, Rock.
These are your biggest streamers. These are like, oh, you're gonna keep Jofro and Boopity.
Like Zeeds. M115. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Deja's gone.
Deja.
If you're getting rid of your competitive players, you lose. And this is not, because I've heard this argument too. Well, those players will find other people to watch, or those viewers will find other people to watch. A lot of the time, they're watching for like good gameplay, and they're watching for like high skill play. You're not gonna get that with just random people. Like, no offense to whoever is streaming right now, who is in like gold or plat, but if you're in gold and plat and you are a player who has watched a competitive streamer for a while, and because of like, this does happen. As you watch them, you learn certain things. You get better at the game by watching good gameplay and watching like skilled gameplay.
I do that for Overwatch. I don't watch anyone who's like not GM unless I know them.
Yeah. Like, you are going to lose that portion of the player base because they're going to go to, like, okay, Boopity's a bad example. Boopity's kind of cracked at the game. They're going to go to Tonics right here.
Sick clip, you're toxic.
Who is probably not amazing at the video game. Or M1. M1's okay. M1's okay. He's not competitive. But, like, they will see these mistakes being made and they will leave. Like, you're going to lose that. I don't know, man. You have a good thing. Don't fucking abandon it.
Thank you.
Or just like, honestly, give Paladins Central $1,000 a month.
Yeah, dude, like, straight up, the things the comp scene could do with money right now. Oh my god.
Yeah, if you gave us $1,000 a month, like, honestly, like if you kept our budget from last year. Not like no changes. You totally got rid of PPC, and you kept
$700,000
for last year. $1,000 a month, 500 per region. Exact same PC mill, or I guess Paladins Central Pro League now. I guess it would be better than this, and you would keep a lot of the players. You would have things people are grinding for. because you lose players because you have players who want to be in a competitive product, who want to play competitively because they want to improve.
Yeah, nobody starts playing for the money.
Yeah, you're gonna get players who like, well, this guy has a pro circuit player title, or they're gonna be on Twitch and they're gonna go to one of the biggest streamers on Twitch and see, oh, this guy's
hi, I checked this biggest stream right now. Woo, let's go.
Hell yeah, man. But you're gonna like, oh, this guy's scrimming right now. There's like tournaments for this game, and you're gonna go, okay, well, there's just this one, but it's open bracket. Maybe I can play with some friends. You're gonna go in. You might get like through round 1 or 2.
You're gonna get fucking destroyed.
You're gonna get farmed. You're gonna get farmed with the good players. You're like, okay, wow. I need to get better. So, because you're gonna go in, you're gonna get farmed, yeah. You're gonna get motivation to improve if you're a person who has a competitive spirit, which I think a lot of people are.
A lot of people are. So that this game attracts that kind of. It's a really good competitive game. So.
It's an amazing competitive product. You are going to
so much
get those people in. They're gonna see these people are scrimming. You can go to people and say, hey, I want a VOD review. You have a channel point redeem.
I do.
I had this tournament. I got stomped in it. Like, I got stomped in it. How do I get better? And the competitive community, because we're not elitist, toxic, gatekeeping assholes.
We're doing VODs right now for people.
Yeah, we're VODing. Like, okay, these are the mistakes you made. This is what you can do better. This is how you can improve. Like, it's not difficult. Like, just even a small tournament with money, like we can.
Probably will, Demi.
There's just so much we can do.
Yeah.
This is a like.
And
you're gonna lose it.
Yeah, I guarantee right now there are people floating around right now, who don't play the game often, who don't really have a reason to play the game. I think if you do bring something back, because people left.
The number of people that came back for PCML.
Yeah.
People came back from PCML for sure.
Yeah, people came back from PCML. And like people left, and you can like point at PPL dying and PPC dying and say, well, the money left and people left. Nobody starts for the money. Nobody starts for the money. Let me tell you when I started thinking about the money, it was immediately after I made PPC. I literally made the goddamn thing first, and then I was like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna get paid for this." This is a hobby. Like, if you can turn this into like a job or something that you can get money from, yeah, people will go for that. That's motivation for sure. But everyone in the comp scene got here because they love this game and they love competing in this game and they love the competition and they love the community around it. So it's just, we just need something now.
It's like, it's not. The number of people that I don't know anyone that started this game thinking I'm gonna go pro, because I did not
Penguin might have
fucking come in to Paladins and go, I'm gonna get deeply invested in the pro scene. I'm going to get emotionally invested in this game and meet some of the best people in my life. I'm gonna find a relationship through this game. I'm going to become a pro, like adjacent to the person. I'm gonna run the minor league for a year. No, I said, ooh, this is a cool free game on the PlayStation Store.
Yeah, I was like, oh, my computer can't run Overwatch. What's this Paladins versus Overwatch game? And here I am, like, 4 years later, however many hours left. It's great people and just had great time.
Yeah, like, I've met so many amazing people through this game, man. Like, this is... I could say this. Like, if a certain thing happens in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be moving in with someone who I met through Paladins. For the past 6 months, I've been living with someone who I met through Paladins. That relationship is over now, so I'm leaving. But like that was a great 6 months of my life that I spent with someone that I met through this game. I'm now that's over, so I'm leaving, and I might be moving in with someone who I also met through Paladins. Like, this game, I didn't join this. I didn't think when I got in here, I'm gonna make money. I'm going to become associated in the competitive scene, and I am going to like make friends that I will have for life. I thought, ooh, this looks cool.
This looks cool.
I will press X to download.
Yep. And the point behind all this is like, please care about the cop scene. Please.
Yeah. We're still here, bro.
Like, there's so much you could do. Like, I promise. Like, I promise. I don't know what else to say, man. Like, listen to us. Yeah, we're gonna give, like, great feedback. We're gonna do whatever. We'll do whatever, man. We just want, like, we just want to.
I have a little over 3,000 hours in Paladins right now. That's 4 months. 4 uninterrupted months. 4 months, because like you hear like thousands of hours. I want to put into context here. I have spent 4 months of my life in this game.
Oh god. Yeah.
Like, I have put 4 months of my life into this game. I know the game pretty damn well. And also, that's just when I've had it open. I worked with Jaimeras on the ranked stuff with the cheaters. I did a lot with that. I have talked. I spend hours just with people, like Theorycrafting and VOD reviewing, and I put probably like I put my entire free time into PCML. PCML was like, because of Paladins, because of PCML, I changed the course of my life and I went to college for a different major. And I dedicated like all of my free time to working with PCML, improving relations with high res, and making PCML the best it could have been. Like, and I'm just one person. There's hundreds of people in the competitive scene who have done similar things. This is why we're so passionate about this. Like, this is why we care so much. This is why we get so like much. So like this is why we get so pissed off when people say, "Oh, you're toxic elitist assholes." Like, no, we just care a lot. Because this is like what we do. When I say Paladins is what I do, it's like because like this is what I do.
Yeah, like this game has literally just made me a better person, dude. As like for the experiences I've had. When I showed up with this game, dude, I was shy, and I'm like streaming to people. I couldn't. It's like, you know,
like it's not. You could 100% like whip out that it's just a game. And like, okay, yeah. At the end of the day, this is a video game.
Yes.
It is like it's also at the end of the day, it's a product produced by a company. And that company has to make money. Otherwise the product will cease to be. Because if there's no income for the company cannot keep going. So we understand that. We know, hey, this is a competitive product. Or it's a product. And it's a pretty good competitive product too, but it's a product. You want to make money. You need to get out more than you're putting in terms of money. So like, I understand your decisions to an extent. I understand you killing the comp scene to an extent. I think it could have been done a lot better. I think you could have left quite a bit. You could have maintained something. But at the end of the day, I understand. With an asterisk on it. What I don't understand is why you would abandon that community and abandon that resource and just get rid of all of that experience and passion that you have. Because it's a resource that you can use. You have these people that want to make your product better. Why would you not use that?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really have much to add to that.
Fucking love this game, man. I like this game a lot, and I love the community. When fucking like when they killed the comp scene, and I knew like it broke my heart because I knew so many of like friends of mine.
I couldn't sleep that night that they killed the comp scene. I'm not gonna lie to you. I fucking stayed up till like 5.
Because
I couldn't sleep.
Because the people that Okay, I knew when they killed the comp scene, when they said officially this is over, it's done. I knew I knew friendships would end, not because those people I'm not friends with anymore. I'm still friendly with those people, but like, we're not going to be scrimming and pugging together every day. People are going to go do different things, like Choppas. He sold his PC. He's done. He got a job. He sold his PC. He's pursuing his life. Good for him. I fucking love that guy. At the same time, and I hope he has the best life he can. At the same time, I really fucking miss him. And if there was still a competitive scene, there would still be the meme of, yeah, Chris is hard stuck tier 2. Like, I really, like, and there's so many people that left that are gone. I'm so grateful, like, for you and Penguin. Like, Krez is gone, but you and Penguin, when we first made the podcast, to still have people that share this passion that I can talk to and who understand the game to the same level and are still passionate about it. Like, and I am eternally grateful to you and to you and Penguin for that.
Yeah, thanks.
I don't know.
Not being able to scrim anymore, man. Yeah, that was something I did.
Yeah, I miss scrimming, dude.
That was something I was like every night, man. Every night it was that or Rank Grinder VODs. And
Accelerant, cool.
Accelerant, yeah, the podcast. We were gonna do we had a podcast we were gonna do. Here's the background for it. Look at it. We were gonna do a podcast. We did a podcast
on that.
We did a podcast. There's 2 episodes up on YouTube. There's the 3rd one that's not released.
I'm gonna put the 3rd one out. I have to at this point.
Put the 3rd one out? Okay.
I have to at this point. But like, the cat is Krez's. The cat is part of Krez's PNG.
Yes.
God, dude. Like, and this is just like, if you are from high res or you're on AOC and you're listening to this, because I might cut this out and upload it, or you might.
I'm probably going to. Yeah.
This is content.
This is content.
Can you pull the podcast back up?
Right.
This is something that has happened because of your community and because of your game, because of what you have made. This is a user-made entertainment platform that will draw in people, because Kresnik has a TF2 community that he's also for his college. Penguin and Fish stream. I will be streaming soon. I'm not a large content creator to the extent of Penguin and Fish. This is eyes on your game. This is eyes on your esports scene, because we were talking about esports. This was an esports podcast.
Yep.
This is the kind of thing that, like, if you look at Dota, and if you look at CS, and if you look at even still PUBG at this point, like PUBG is still going very strong. This is the kind of thing that I wanted to start making more mainstream in Paladins, is discussion of the esports and promotion of the esports. Because if you look at this, if you just look at, this is for people that are deeply passionate about your game, who deeply understand it, who are promoting it for free and linking to like gameplay but for free. This is stuff that, like, that you would dream of. Like, you have your Evil Mojo podcast.
You pay people to make that. You pay people to make that.
Yeah, I mean, you pay people within the company. Like, your job today, because if you work to high res, you're working 9 to 5 or like 10 to 6, something like that. Because they start later in the day, if I remember correctly. Yeah. You are paying employees to make a podcast. Like, you are paying people for this. We were doing it for free, and we wanted to, and we want to keep doing it. We want to have a competitive scene to have a podcast on. Like, I was passionate enough to go out of my way to put this, like, it was me and Fish mainly that made the podcast. Mm-hmm. I think it was your idea initially.
Was it? Oh, good job, me. I didn't remember.
or I think I had the idea that I have it be about esports because a friend of mine got really into Dota, and they have I'm so jealous of Dota and what they have.
Yeah, honestly, Holly.
Just
just copy Dota, forehead.
Yeah. So like, when like we scheduled time, we scheduled a broadcast slot, we paid money. Like, this art is not free. We commissioned art. We like this is something that we wanted to do to promote your game.
Really want.
This
was so much fun. This was so much fun.
Yeah, like it's fun between like, we are all friends. We are all enjoying this. But at the end of the day, like, if you're looking at it from Hi-Rez as a company, this is free promotion for your product. Because like we were going hard on the promotion of this. This was on all of our socials. We were putting it on socials.
It was on Twitter. It was going on Reddit. Yeah. It was going on
Twitter,
YouTube.
Reddit, like,
it was going on Twitch. It was by 4 people.
Yeah, and 4 people with a pretty decent outreach over all of us.
You got your world champion, your caster, a former Overwatch pro, and someone who plays TF. I don't really know what Krez does in TF2, but he plays TF2. You got someone who
very good, one of the best heavies.
There you go. You got a tournament admin, and you got, well, I'm there, I guess. But like, you know, like, this is something that would be promoted. That's something a lot of people were interested in. Like, you can go. I don't know how many views this thing got relative to the Evil Mojo podcast, but like, this was big. It was gonna be big, but we stopped.
Yeah, like,
because I can pull up. I'm gonna pull up.
We made 2 episodes of this, and they had no thumbnails and no promotion. The 2 episodes that we made that are out, they're public. They had no art because the art wasn't done yet, and they had 0 promotion. They were just put up, and they've got hundreds of views.
Yes.
If this, because it was episode 3 where we were like, okay, we have art, we have a logo, we can go hard on this. Episode 3 was the planned like hard launch, basically. Episode 1 was a soft launch.
Yeah.
Episode 3 was going to be like, this is our hard launch. We're going hard. We're promoting this. This would have gotten thousands of eyes. Like, unironically, this would get thousands of views because people play Paladins. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I forgot about that. Strixus was going to be on. Strixus was going to be on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, we were going to have people on. Like, we were going to have guests. I reached out to multiple, like, Hi-Rez people. And
I'm going to show...
Strixus was confirmed.
Yeah.
Strixus is a developer. He works, he's like the lead QA guy. Lead quality assurance. Or quality assurance. Like, this is the kind of thing that Strixus, Srixis, I believe.
Yeah, okay, hold up.
This is the kind of...
Here, this is the... when the comp scene died. I'm not saying, you know.
Yeah.
You can read this. I tried to show up as little as possible. We literally recorded one the night before the comp scene died, which just sucks.
There was a recording the night before the comp scene died.
Yeah. That's unfortunate timing right there.
You know, and you wanna know the fun part? It was Arknavau or someone. It was some of you guys had been spreading the rumors of there's an announcement tomorrow about comp, because we hadn't heard anything before like December, like when competitive had ended, like after the World Championship, radio silence. Nothing after radio silence.
I remember we talked on that on the third
nothing.
Yeah, I remember we talked on the third podcast about what we wanted in the next PPC.
Yeah,
I remember that question.
It was what do you want out of next PPC? And Chris said, "Man, I hope he'll have a job." Well, bad news.
Yeah, that was. Ugh.
I mean, use it or lose it. You are somehow, after all of this,
We're still here.
After all of the shit hands the Pro Scene has been dealt, because even like PPL got fucked over.
Yeah, PPL kind of.
PPL got fucked over multiple times. I mean, I can talk about it at this point. I probably won't get in trouble for it.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. PPL got told at the end of PPL when they were told, because one, I'm gonna read something.
Wow.
Remember the contract requirements below. All contracts should be submitted by Skillshot by January 25th, 2019 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. Contracts must include at least a $20,000 minimum salary for the year. There are other contract terms that Skillshot will be checking to ensure that they match our contract requirements, such as housing paid for, $40,000 housing stipend paid towards players with direct benefits, content requirements, etc. Contracts may be for a 3-year term. The league partnership is for 3 years at this point. So they were told, hey, the league partnership is for 3 years.
3 years.
You're gonna be on a land league for 3 years. Now, by the way,
land league.
By the way, they were told. By the way, they were told. They were told like months before they had only a couple months. Hey, you have to move to America. There's a land league. And orgs were told late too. That's why Star PPL was so fucked, and why NIP was only scrimming in the studio, because they made like jokes about it on broadcast stuff. The reason NIP scrimmed in the studio is because they were living in fucking hotels.
Staybridge Hotel, baby.
Yep, they were in the Staybridge Hotel. It was basically like, hey, go to you have hotels, you have shit internet. If you make too much noise, you're gonna get kicked out. Go play pro. You can pay $20,000 at a minimum. So PPL got fucked. PPL got fucked over at the start of it because they were told too late about housing. A lot of leagues didn't even. A lot of the teams didn't even get team houses for a while because they were told at very short notice.
I remember Bittner, like it wasn't just houses too. Like Bittner got a jersey that says "It's Betterner," which is funny.
Yep.
I screenshots that.
And then, so PPL got fucked at the start. They finally got houses, and then told, "Hey, land league's done.
Land league's gone. It's all done."
Also, this is just an extra meme. They weren't allowed in the VIP section at the HRX after party.
Yeah.
Pro players weren't allowed in the VIP section of the HRX after party. Professional esports players of the game were not allowed in the VIP party. When they were told, when they asked, this is also that was leaked. This is not me leaking any info already.
It's out there already.
When they asked Cooper for access to the VIP area, he said, "Be happy you got a fucking invite." Whoa. Because it's a $50
the words
entry.
He said?
It was, "I don't know what to tell you, Meta. Be happy you got a fucking invite."
Yep.
But so after that, after not being allowed in the VIP section, after not being in after like getting so fucked, getting to a LAN league, guess what?
Oh no.
Can DM Mallory for Rokoki.
Oh no.
You can DM Mallory for Rokoki. Yep.
So that's not great. That's really unfortunate, but yep.
So this is a rant. This will get put up eventually. I don't know how much we're gonna edit it, but
yeah, who knows?
This is long.
This is very long. It is getting, it's been a while. Which it goes to prove the point, but
to wrap it up. This went from AOC to high res to competitive scene.
Yeah.
To wrap it up,
started with Sarah's not doing damage.
The comp scene has been through all of this. The competitive scene has gone through. you still have people here. Through all of this, we still give a shit. You still have people who give a shit. I guess we've got fucking Stockholm syndrome or something.
Apparently, man.
We still give a shit. So, like, hey, maybe use that resource.
Yeah, because
use the fact that we have played this game for years and we have put literal uninterrupted months of our lives into it. Use that. Let us fucking help you. We're not being elitist. We're not being toxic. We're saying, hey, we know this game very well. We want to make it better and we want to help. Let us. Please, for fuck's sake.
It's also worth mentioning that, like, it has been a lot, but, like, somehow, even for all this, right, people are pretty much at their limit. I don't know many people who play the game and don't stream it. I don't play this game off stream anymore. So like
no one scrims.
No, nobody
There's no scrims. You're competitive play.
The only time I play the game is what you see on stream. So like yeah, if there was a better game that came out, if I enjoyed Overwatch more, and if I like really got into some other games, I'd be gone.
I'll be honest, if Crucible hadn't died on release,
I was really looking forward to that. I missed the release.
Yeah, I would be in Crucible right now at this point.
I mean, didn't it die? But I mean, that's
it died immediately on release.
Yeah, but I would have
because Amazon's terrible at managing stuff.
That's a different.
That's why. Your core gameplay of Crucible was really strong. I would have gone to Crucible, to be totally honest with you.
Yeah, if I like the game, I would.
But hey, we're still here.
We are.
Don't take it as me saying, "Hey, Paladin sucks." Take it as me saying, "Hey, I really, really fucking like this game, and I don't want this game to die." It's fucking going downhill right now, boys. We can try, and we are trying to keep it up. And maybe we've got like a stick up a zombie's butt, and we're just like wiggling it around, and like we put the guy with a stick enough, and we can say, "Oh, it moved." We're trying.
Yeah.
Please don't tell us no. You cannot help. Your input doesn't matter. Because you are the pro scene and thus a minority, you don't matter.
And what it was even that we want? It's like a little bit of our feedback to be taken on AOC / by the devs.
To be understood. Just like someone to sit down and talk with me, or you, or Penguin, or Frog, or anyone with competitive experience and who scrimmed and bought at the game. Just sit down and talk to us.
Just maybe a little help for the Paladins Central stuff coming up, and that's it.
Yeah, a little bit of money for an esports scene, like $1,000 a month. That'd be cool.
I do a lot. Money, but like I know like Harris probably, they've done esports, but like that much money will get more people in. Like it will. Like there's a big difference between free tourneys and like tourneys with cash prizing. Like
yeah. Also, if you're AOC or Harris watching this,
yes,
Penguin does not represent us.
Yes. I love Penguin, but
yeah, I love
Penguin. There's an asterisk.
He is a good friend of mine,
and
I like him a lot. He can get very toxic and very mad, and he does not represent the competitive scene. He is not an accurate representation of what the competitive scene is.
Yeah,
he might be the voice you hear because he's the loudest.
Yes. If you do want to talk to like, if you wanted to sit down with like even either of us, even with Peng probably, like yeah, we could have that sort of discussion. There's a time and a place. Yeah, I'll shit talk and say funny words on stream, but like if you generally want to like have a good discussion, then like yeah, I'm down.
And this is also something that I proposed that I got told no, so I guess I can talk about. I will sit down and I will arrange. I will do all of the heavy lifting. I will do all the work. You just have to show up. I will get former pro players who, for some reason, still give a shit about the game and who still play it, to sit down with you for say an hour and go over balance. So you can get a top level understanding of what we think, because hey, this is a perspective of your game. I said, hey, I can set it all up. I can make a time and a date. You can tell me what times and dates work for you, and I will work around that. we'll sit down for an hour or half an hour or 20 minutes or 15 minutes with people who are the top players of your game and who still give a shit. Because, like, to be blunt, we don't have a lot of reason to give a shit anymore. But hey, we will sit down, we will do that. If you, like, just show up and listen. And I got told no. I got told to interface with my AOC members. But, wrap it back around to like an hour ago when this whole thing started. Yep. AOC doesn't like us,
So, we've got this whole big ass problem, right? So what can people do about it? Well, first of all, I think it'd be great if people told the AOC that you'd like to hear from the comp scene, if you do care about the comp scene, and you enjoy the comp scene, and you enjoy, like, people's streams and all that.
Shout out to Stereotic. He ran as a joke. He didn't, like, he literally ran as a meme.
Yes.
His name in the Paladins, like, he's just like a dude who hangs out in the official Discord and just like shoots the shit. He ran as a joke. His name was literally "Waste Your Vote on Stereotic." He got in because of Xbox, and because Xbox is very small pool. He has been taking it so fucking seriously, more seriously than people that actually like legitimately ran and like made art and made videos and promoted themselves. He has done more than them.
Sad noises.
Yeah. He has done more than them. And he is also, for what it's worth, interfaced with competitive players. Yes. And talked to competitive players. And has gone through the effort of making a specific way of like, only the pro players can talk to me in this channel, and I will listen to your input. And I will tell you about what the community thinks, what the company thinks about these things. And I will take your input specifically in. Thank you so fucking much, because that is exactly what we want. Yes. But like, here's the thing.
He's one guy.
If the AOC shoots down ideas from the competitive scene, then having one person who's willing to listen does nothing, because the rest of the AOC can say, hey, this came from comp scene, we don't like comp scene, you're out.
So, again, if you care about the comp scene, and you care about some of the streamers you watch, then talking to AOC people, even just going to the Discords and saying something, maybe we should start a hashtag. That works, right?
I mean, okay, I'm in Discords, because I took that advice to heart that I got when I got told no.
Right. Yeah, I've seen you, dude. You are
so.
Half of the messages are you.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite, but yeah.
I am in AOC Discords. I am talking to AOC members. Yes. A lot of them don't give a fuck about us. Yep. But I am fucking trying. And if more people from the competitive scene go into those AOC Discords and start saying, hey, this is what we give a shit about, they will listen.
Flopies, that is an excellent question. What Discord do I go to, and how do I figure out who AOC members are?
The four that I'm in.
Yeah.
Parallax, Huga, Libra, and Sterils.
Yes.
I haven't touched Cyberbolts. I don't want to interface with the community, really. Personally, if you want to, good on you. If this will probably be a video at this point, because like,
it's enough. It's a lot.
Yeah, this could 100%. This will probably be a video.
Yes.
They'll be linked in it. Like I'll get invite links to those Discords and have them linked down there. This is not saying to raid them or be toxic to them, because we're not a toxic community. Quit it.
No, don't be.
This is saying, hey, this is an opportunity that we have to provide feedback. This is our avenue to provide feedback as a competitive community. So this is what we need to do.
Yes.
We have these ways to do so.
I personally, if I will put Discord links. Okay, I'm gonna do this right now. I'm going to, in my Discord, make a channel for the AOC Discords. If you don't my Discord, it'll be an easy way to
I'm grabbing
find
some links
all of
in
them
the
if
player.
you want to grab the links.
I'm grabbing a couple.
Again,
Yeah.
you know, it's not. We'll do this stuff, right? We want to do this stuff, so it'll be like an